Guess what I have? I can't show you the outside of the box, you know, because of my address, but this came all the way from Australia to here on the east coast of the United States. And I'm super excited. When it comes to these artist dolls, especially, you know, they can be hard to obtain, especially when they're like limited. You have to be on the website at a certain time. At the time, you didn't have money to buy it, like me. And then when it suddenly comes up on the marketplace, well, Facebook site for dolls being sold. I'm super excited. Here is the paper, you know. And, oh, extras, little freebies. Freebies? Stuff I wasn't aware was coming with. Oh, okay. Rubber bands, those are always good for, you know, like, I don't have small rubber bands for dolls. I have, like, large ones. Oh, this is the skirt. She was, like, the outfit she was in the picture with. She was pictured in. I was not aware it was coming with this. Oh, nice. I mean, I guess I just kind of assumed it wasn't coming with the clothes. I don't know. So, look at that color. Oh. Should we look at the accessories first? Because we really want to look at the doll, so let's look at the accessories first. So I will let you know, this is the Dani body. And when I was looking at the artist page, Rap1993, I saw that the thin bunny body comes with the shoes. So at first I thought this was coming with shoes, but then when I looked again, I realized, no, the Dani body never came with the heels. I guess that was only Annie or May. It has been in, like, going through customs for, like, a few days. Actually, it was, like, inbound out of customs, so I guess it was just 5 days to get it across the country to me, to the other side of the country. So, why am I just showing off one foot? Okay, let's just get a move on here. Okay, so heel feet. Heel feet. All right, everything's looking good. All right. Flat feet. Looking good. It's cold because it's freezing outside. All right, all right. Let's just put the heeled feet back in there. I'll leave the flat feet out. I do have some heeled MSD feet, shoes. I mean, I have one pair of heeled MSD shoes that maybe she could fit. There's a clue into what the doll is. Ooh, there's a pretty, that's nice. Well, see, so I saw this in person. In person? I saw some picture, look at in person, it's very nice. Because I was like, oh, I don't know. You know, it was makeup, I assume that the previous owner did, and not, it didn't look like company makeup, company as in the artist. So, here are all the hands. So we got these hands. Okay. These, oh. They look nice in pictures, but like the sculpting and everything really does shine through in person. I have not seen a Rap1993 doll in person before, so this is very exciting. Here's a preview of the face. I actually like that more in person than I thought I would. I mean, I had thought in my head, oh, the makeup's nice, but I don't know if it's my thing. I've been playing this whole time to wipe this face and make my own. But you know what? I actually really like that. I mean, I can't guarantee I won't try something new, something different in the future. But I kind of like that. I mean, this is just kind of sketched out. I do prefer more like thin line eyebrows rather than the spherical eyebrows. So I could always use blush, or I mean not blush, but pastels to try and soften it and make it a little bit longer if I want. because that's actually pretty nice. I like the blue and gold. All right. So this is a stormy lavender color. It does pick up gray in the video camera. In person, it does have a little bit more of that purple tinge. It just looks a little bit brighter in the camera, I think. That's probably just the... Ooh. So a nice thing was, but I noticed when I'm cutting open this box, and I'm thinking, oh no, I really hope I don't cut into the artist box. I left it in the kitchen, but the seller, when she put the artist box in here, she put another separate, I don't actually remember who the name of the person, but they put a piece of cardboard on top of the artist box between, you know, so like when I cut it open with my scissors, I didn't cut into the very nice decorative boxes. So I really appreciate that. Oh, and here we are. So this, oh, there you go. So this was Annie and May on the Dani body, the thicker body. Look at that. Wow. When Rap1993 was like showing off this doll, what was it? Oh, there is a little nick there, but I mean, who knows? It could have come that way too. That's not a big deal. So when the artist was showing off this doll, I really did like the thicker body, the body on the thicker body, and it was only available in 2 colors. So I did really like this stormy lavender body. Very nice. In camera, it's showing off just gray. In person, it definitely has a purple tinge to it. And I didn't realize this would not have affected my purchasing of her anyway. But it wasn't until I was like, okay, I know this body was for a different doll, you know, not intended for the bunnies, but she was selling on the bunnies. The Rap1993, I mean. It wasn't until after I bought her that, again, this would not have affected it. I would still have bought it. But she had said that the head doesn't really go on the neck because it's designed for a different head. She has like this little animated, like, the artist had shown that it, you know, this little GIF, this little animated image of like the head sitting on the neck, and I was like, oh, so it doesn't actually go down on the neck, and I didn't think that would be a problem, but in person it definitely is having some, I mean, she looks forward just fine, and she looks backwards, but you can see that it kind of wants to wobble a little bit, and I was thinking, I guess if I really wanted, don't know if I wouldn't personally have the confidence to do that, but I guess if I wanted, I could try on the doll's head to sand the neck ever so slightly, or what I could do instead, rather, is just try and get some hot glue, right? I could just try and suede it. That might help her head to stay. So, and then we got the arms. We got the chest. Does not move forward at all, but it can lean backwards. Okay. And you know what? The eyes she came with, I absolutely love. I don't know if the previous owner made them or if she bought them. I'm going to assume made them. Very nice. Okay. Oh, a star fell off. That's fine. You know what? I have iridescent stars like this upstairs. So if we want, I can easily replace that. It's probably like, was on the wrapping that was around the head or something. But like I said, I can replace that. Magnet. All right. We got 2 magnets there. Oh, and then there's the magnets for the ears. Okay. You know what? Let's put her in a clothing. Well, maybe Yeah. For now, I guess we could put her in the clothing. You know, I'll put her in my own clothing. We'll see what I have that she fits. Oh, so let me show you the ears. Yeah, she'll definitely need some sueding. It's not bad. I mean, like when you look at the doll, you're not gonna notice that there's an issue with the neck. It's only when trying to pose her that she has a little bit of an issue. But I'm really thinking that hot glue is just gonna help that. Let's try. All right. Oops. Oh boy, I really like this face up too. This is really nice. I might change the eyebrows a little bit, give them a little bit more of a point like the other ones had, because I do like that, but that's pretty nice. Okay. Oh, well, angles are on a swivel. Oh, you know what? Let me just change that. There we go. There we go. And I have wigs. I'll have to see if any of my doll wigs fit her. Although I'm not opposed to her being bald. You know? Okay, there's these hands. Very cute. But I really like this hand. That's, oh, which goes on this one. I really do like this hand a lot. And then there's this fist one. Not fist, but like kind of clenched. That's cute. There's a little bit of a gap there, but I was thinking maybe there was an extra magnet inside. No, it's just a little bit of a gap. But what I had done with my DigiDolls Ponta, her magnets were weak. Easy fix for that was I bought like this whole pack of small batteries to someone else, some other doll collector who had that issue with their DigiDolls Ponta. I bought those same magnets on Amazon, and I put them in my DigiDolls. I put them in her wrist, I put them on the back of her tail and on her ears to make them a little bit more secure. So if I thought, let's see, oh, people were talking about, like, in some videos, the feet being real weak. These are holding on pretty well. The only thing that's a little weak is the hands, maybe. Maybe more specifically this one. Maybe that's why it's a little gap. But I could always put another magnet in, which would create a little bit of a gap. But if it was a big enough of an issue, I'd rather take the gap than have the hand constantly fall off. But you know what? I might go with these hands. It's only that one hand that, I mean, it holds, you know, it holds just fine. Maybe it's just the way it was posed. No, definitely a gap that the other hands don't have. But, okay, very cute. I'm going to put everything aside. And I'm going to, yeah, look at that. I love that. Okay, I'm going to put these back in here. I like to hold this stuffing that the doll came in. Like, if I ever had to move, then I have the stuffing to rewrap the doll in, you know. I'm going to try and get some of my clothes, a wig. I like those eyes a lot, so I think she'll keep them. I could always put eyes in the other head. I'll be back. All right, here she is in some clothing. So I have learned that her feet are small, or actually larger than I thought they were gonna be. They're on the larger end of the MSD scale. These fit, say, minifees, but they are definitely big on minifee feet, and they fit her perfectly. I had some Glitter Girls jelly shoes, which fit, say, the minifee feet, but they do not fit her feet because her feet are a little too long, a little too big. These pants are actually 1/3 scale. So I have some full length 1/3 scale like stockings, which fit her pretty well. Although they go up and they, like, because they're long, they do sit really high up in the joint, which it works just fine. But I decided not to do the skirt idea I had and just put her and try her on these instead. And these fit her really well. These are 1/3 scale. I got them from an Etsy store. I got them originally for my Angelphilia, because since Angelphilias have such large hips, they need like 1/3 scale sort of like pants and skirts. So these, I tried these on her, I'm wondering if they'd be too big, but they actually fit her perfectly. Now I did first try her in a 1/4 scale skirt first, an MSD skirt, and it does fit her. It has an elastic waist, and because it's on the 4th scale, the skirt, it sits a little bit higher where she's shorter, where she's more narrower. The 1/3 scale, because they're a little bit wider, they still fit her really well, and they sit low on her hips. They sit like at a really nice area, so she can fit like, she can fit MSD 1/4 scale skirts, you know, and she can fit some like 1/3 scale shorts, which I think originally they were actually advertised for smart dolls. But you know, I was getting some smart doll clothes for my 3rd scale resin soul doll and for my Angelphilia. Now this is an MSD shirt. This is from a seller. I'm pretty sure it's from a different seller. I don't remember their names. But this, I think this is more of an MSD size for that 1/4 scale. So it is more for slim 1/4 scale dolls. It Velcros, I think it Velcros all the way down. No, it Velcros like halfway down. I had to fit it over her head, take her head off. So it Velcros halfway down. I have like 3 different prints. This is my colorful, like, I had this in like 3 different prints, all Sailor Moon. I chose this one because it's like the most colorful and I think it looks really nice. I have, that is still kind of gluing. Now, while I think these were white stars, actually that one might be iridescent at the end, but I think maybe they were white. I don't have white stars. I have pearlescent sort of transparent stars, but you know what? It still kind of works. You can see it's still kind of gluing. I used just white kind of craft foam, white craft foam glue. I took this wig off a different doll. So with the ears, when there's a wig on, they are a little weak. They still fit on through the wig, but what I did was I got some of those magnets I was talking about. I put them on her head underneath the wig, because first I tried it over the wig, but then you see the gap between the ears and the wig. So I did it under the wig, and it gives much more security where I don't feel that the ears are just gonna fall off. Okay, so here she is sitting down. Getting her to stand was actually easier than getting her to sit. She keeps wanting to flop over. She doesn't want to like stay in a seated position. I had to work with her a little bit to where she sits, but if I nudge her, I think she'll fall over again. The feet, while the magnet is pretty good, when getting like the stockings on, when I was trying stockings on, they would pop off a couple of times. The magnet isn't terrible. I've seen worse magnets in dolls, but you know, it's not perfect. It could be a little bit stronger. I mean, these still fit on pretty well, you know, but when trying to get other shoes on, they were a little bit, you know, trying to get the leggings on, they were kind of popping off. The only other critique I would have is that because of the ball swivel, the feet want to rotate a lot, like constantly. And this foot in particular, I'm hesitant to move her because she's gonna fall over, but oh well. I'm gonna move her so she's a little propped against something else. This foot in particular, when I want her to stand, keeps doing this. Without shoes on, mind you. Without shoes on, this foot keeps, like, rather than going like, you know, like at a straight angle, it keeps wanting to like just jut up drastically whenever like I was trying to straighten out her feet. But I noticed trying to get it to do that with the shoes seems to give it more stability, to where they sit where they should, rather than trying to like jut up constantly, because she couldn't stand otherwise because the feet wouldn't hold still. I haven't really played around with the joints enough. Everything seems to be really nice. You know, she has that issue where she doesn't really want to sit. With the hands, you know, magnets seem pretty fine. I had to change to this hand, as you can see, because the other one is the only one I noticed that has a gap, like I showed you, between the ball and the hand. I don't know why. I looked at the magnet and it doesn't look like it's loose. It doesn't look like it's jutting out any farther. Perhaps there's something wrong with the magnet. I can't see. Perhaps it's a sculpting issue, like from the factory, from the company that sculpted these dolls. Perhaps there was just an issue, a flaw with that particular hand. So that hand, because there's a gap, it does fall off quite easily, very easily. So much so that, like, just trying to get her to stand, the hand fell and I had to look around on the rug to see where it went. So rather than worrying about it constantly falling off, I just switched to the other hand. If, for example, I put, long sleeves on her to where you won't see the gap, I could put a secondary magnet in the wrist. I'm hesitant to do that because there's already a gap and it'll create an even more of a gap. But it's the only way I can think of to make it more stable without permanently gluing on, which I do not want to do. Because then what's the point of interchanging hands if it's permanent? And then the last thing I did was, let me sort of show you, I put hot glue all the way around the neck. Because she did just kind of constantly want to do this, which is cute, but if you don't want her to constantly do that, it was a pain in the neck, I guess you could say. But after hot gluing it, her head seems much more stable. Not perfect, mind you, but a lot better to where she can actually hold her head. And I'm going to cut it there because my sugar's a little low. That's my insulin pump warning me that I'm like 80, below 80. I'm gonna go get some glucose, a snack. Here she is. She is very cute. I might just do a short, see, I might just do another short video in the future, maybe put her next to my DigiDolls Rena sculpt, the Ponta doll with the, but it's the Rena face. Maybe I'll do another video in the future where I have them standing next to each other to show off the height. Maybe I'll put different eyes in or something in the future, and I can just do a little update next to her, next to my DigiDolls or something. Oh, before I forget, I was upstairs and I was like, wait a second, she didn't come with a COA? I know from other doll videos I've seen of what few there are of Rap1993's dolls that they always came with a COA. Then I was like, oh, because at first I thought that instruction paper was the COA. Then I realized it wasn't. I realized there should have been something else. I was thinking in my head, oh, it was probably just forgotten to put in a box. But I then, at the last second, when I was walking past the box, gonna put it back away, I saw it. It was between the back of the box and the paper, and it was tucked down to where I could only see the very edge of it. But I did find it. There's only the one, I guess, because technically, oh, she's the Anie doll, but it came with both faceplates, came with Anie and May. But I guess if you get both, you just get, you know, the one paper or something. I'm assuming. So here's her certificate of authenticity. There's the Stormy Lavender, the signature, and look at that. It's very nice, very pretty. Kind of almost the color of the doll, actually. Well, a little bit more purple. And while she is a Stormy Lavender, she has that hint of purple. I was thinking maybe I would blush her hands or something, or blush her face a little bit more to give her a little bit of a warmer purple color. But I don't know. Seeing her in person, I like her a lot more than I did in the pictures. Like, I liked the pictures, but I was thinking I was definitely gonna change her face, but I kind of really like that. The purple lip, the black lip is a unique art style choice, which makes me think of, what was that Disney TV show? As a kid, I didn't have Disney. We didn't, I was extra, we didn't have it. So never actually watched it, but I knew of it, that like kid, like teenage spy, whatever her name was, red hair, and she had that in the art style, she always had that black upper lip. That's what it makes me think of. No, actually, I guess she should wave with the open hand, shouldn't she?